folks. Today's video is going to be a little different than our normal video as we are on vacation. So I wanted to take you along on this review of our stateroom on the Sun Princess. We're currently touring the Mediterranean and we're having a sea day today. We're on day 5. And tomorrow morning we will stop in Istanbul. So that will be our day 6. And then we have Mykonos Island on day 7. Stops we've already been to included getting on the cruise ship in Rome. And then we went to, I can't say the name, Ionia? Looks like it's spelled C-H, but it's the island of Crete. Let's just say Crete, which was very nice. So, oh, and Naples. Almost forgot Naples. So let me show you around the stateroom. So I'm going to start our room. We're on deck 12, and it is number 12326. But once you come into our stateroom, they're nice enough to provide some really wonderful bathrobes for you for your time on the cruise. And right away there's a little cabinet, long cabinet here that mainly just contains the life vest and those things. So I haven't put anything personal in there. Then we have this unit that gives you your safe, shelf up there I haven't used, and then these shelves and drawers. And I have not put anything into these 3 drawers, but they have ample space, so you certainly could. I've primarily used this cabinet, which has a beautiful feature where it lights up. I don't know if I can do that. Which light? Aha! Found the right light switch. So it lights up in there. You have one really full length, like for dresses. And I put some of our packing cubes and shoes down below. On the other side, you have more shelving cubbies. So we have that for clothes. And then clothes that we've hung up. Get all the wrinkles out from traveling. I'll show the bathroom later. It's on my right side, but we have our temperature control, so you're able to turn the air conditioning up or heat on as needed. We've got a very nice full-length mirror, and then another little set of small shelves and a drawer that contains a hair dryer, which does have a European plug, but that's no problem because, as you can see here, they accommodate both the European and the US type of plugs. And then a little refrigerator for leftovers from all the wonderful food they have here on board. And look what our steward surprised us with, this little guy when we came back last night. Isn't he cute? Nice mirror, and the mirror does light up as well. So you have this desk with a very nice chair. I like how you can just pull the handle out. Very nice seating. And I think there's a drawer here and a drawer here. So there is so much storage that I haven't even begun to use. We have a couch, very comfortable. And I think this probably pulls out if you had a third person in your stateroom, they could bed there. And a little table that's been nice to have by the couch. And I did bring some magnet hooks. I just brought 2, so I have those, taking advantage of the metal walls. You can use those. And a very nice double bed. Maybe it's a queen. Cubbies on both sides. And the plugins here will accommodate USB. As you can see, we've got our cell phone chargers, all the lights. This light pulls out if you need a little reading light while you're in bed. Across from the bed, we've got nice big screen, flat screen TV. Again, all the lighting. And then our stateroom does include a balcony, which after having a room with a balcony, you'll never go back to an inside room or one that does not have a balcony. It just gives you such a nice availability to be out in the sea air and see all the surroundings. Okay, we are now taking a look at the bathroom. I'll do my best to back up here in the corner and show you the shower. So here we are in the shower. I just put out the laundry line to show you that. It's just a little tab that hooks in, and then you could release and it goes right back. So really handy for drying a few delicates if you want to do some sink laundry or your bathing suit. I really like how they designed the shower head. You know, it's one that will swivel, so you have that. You can also do this adjustment to bring it up and down, so it doesn't matter how tall you are, you can get the right angle. And the controls for the hot and how high it's on are right there. Also has a grab bar and a shelving unit, little corner triangle piece for your personal items, and then they supply the shampoo, conditioner, and a body wash, which is really nice. I like that they have the drain over in a corner, so you're not stepping on one in the middle. And then you have a bar for putting your foot up if you need to shave your legs, like us ladies appreciate that feature. Go ahead and shut the door. Ooh, it's warm in here. Okay, hi everyone. I'll show my face. We're on a sea day, so I'm being very casual today and showing you our mirror. The sink is deep enough that you can do a little bit of laundry. The water has worked great, hot and cold, and in the shower the hot warms up right away. That has not been a problem at all. As far as the storage in here, you get 3 shelves, 3 little glass shelves. And the first day we got here, I unpacked everything in the closets, and also took stuff out of our bathroom bags. So we have kind of a his and hers shelving, and then some of my laundry and other accessories up there. You do have a plug-in, and they do this where they cover it, which I think is interesting. Normal tissue, toilet paper. They have an area to put fresh towels, and I have my bathroom bags I'm just storing there, as well as a mirror, trash can, toilet. Now with the toilet, you do have a button to flush, and one tip I tried and it's worked well the last couple of days is you can just put your knuckle in there. If you don't want to get your finger in there, you don't have to. That flushes it. Coming up, there is a fan that seems to always be on, but it's not loud, so it's fine. And then a couple hooks on the back for towels. And I think that's it for in here. So here's our patio. They give you 2 very comfy chairs and a little coffee table that's very sturdy. It's kind of weighted, so like that. And then we can look out to the ocean. There is a ship way out there. One of the things I really like about this class of ship is they have moved the walls so they kind of angle out. Now if you were traveling with another couple in another room, you can ask them to remove the panel or open this door so you can share that space with your friends. Otherwise, the nice thing is, in addition to just kind of having this angle out, you don't have anyone right above that can see into your balcony or right below. Now what we do have a view to is the sanctuary, their private little deck area. And honestly, I haven't seen a whole lot of people or activity down there at any one time. I think they have a pool or a hot tub because there is this little shower rinse off. And then there are cabins down below and their balconies. Now that's again part of the sanctuary, where I think they also have kind of that indoor-outdoor area between their cabin. That's probably what's directly underneath of us. And then the outside balcony. And here we can see part of the dome. And that's a very cool area. Not sure I'd want a room right on this rounded, as you're coming into the other rooms. So if you're gonna try to get one on that dome, I would definitely want to get, like straight out looking at the ocean. So I did notice from the Alfredo's restaurant that the people on the other side of that dome, that restaurant looks right into those balconies. So just if you're on that curve towards Alfredo's. So again, just something else to be aware of. And let's take another look inside. You can now see a little bit better how it's laid out with the bedroom, the couch, the closet on the right, and the bathroom doors open currently on the left. Hi folks. So a couple things I wanted to share with you before we end out is what are the pros and cons to the Sun Princess class of ship compared to some of the older ones that we've been on. And I would say that some of the common areas like the arena, Princess Arena, is smaller. It's a bigger ship, it holds more people, but it's actually much smaller than the previous class of ships. I don't know if they're trying to fit more staterooms maybe, but that seems like a miss to me. Also, you can't, and I've watched some other videos, people have mentioned that you can't walk all the way around. That was kind of a fun thing to do, is take a morning walk and go all the way around the ship on a certain deck. And you just can't do that here, or at least not that I've seen. So that's also a little bit of a disappointment. But I have to say, some of the pluses that I really am enjoying on the ship is the promenade deck. It's kind of been our, almost feel like a little secret spot, because it's usually quiet, not a lot of people. There's lovely chairs out there and little couches, comfy pillows, little sectioned out clusters of, grouped chairs. So if there's 4, 5, 6 of you, you could all kind of sit together and feel like you're in your own little space. And you can watch the sunset. There's big glass panels, so you don't have all the wind and noise. It's just very peaceful and away from like the loud, booming Lido pool area. It's separate from that, and it has a line of bars, the pizza place if you want to get a slice of pizza, or an ice cream cone. So it's just been a really nice place for us to go in the evening, that I found is special on this ship as compared to the other class of ships. Also, the feature that I mentioned when we were out on the balcony, where you don't have people up above you, where the ship is angled, you're going to have balconies looking down on you, and you're looking down on the next one, and so on. We don't have that here. It's straight up and down for the most part. So that's been nice. And I think where we are, again, it's deck 12. It's 12326 is our stateroom number. We're midship. We're close to the midship elevators, but it's not far to walk. And I'm still getting confused which way is which on the ship. But we're on the port side. And I've just found it really easy to get to an elevator to go to those other common areas. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.